told me to get tattoo pens for my son. Does anybody's boot look like mine? Like, it just gets so messy so quickly. Look at this. Anyway, that's not on the list today, so don't worry about that. Oh, naive past me. Yes, it is that time. We're tackling it today. Hi guys, if you're new here, my name's Candice and welcome to my channel. Here you'll find me trying to keep on top of my spaces, making sure they're clean and tidy, making my life somewhat easier whilst being in my third trimester of pregnancy. Now, I have 2 young ones already, and this will be my third that is due in a few months' time. So, part of keeping my spaces tidy, I've attempted to do a lot of decluttering over the past, I want to say maybe 7 months or so. Pretty much as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I went into full-blown panic mode, and my nesting consisted of declutter, declutter, declutter. So for the past few months, there's been a load of rubbish at the side of my house ready to take to the tip. So in the preparation of doing that, the boot got emptied. So you saw all the things in the boot in the beginning of the video, the little clip. That was pre-Christmas. We actually did the tip run yesterday, which was like, what date was that? Maybe the 10th. Let's say the 10th of January. So all that stuff made its way into my house. So then I was able to vacuum the boot, which I'm never ever able to do. Sort out these shopping bags because they're always in a mess. Once I do, they'll be like this now. I'll do a shop next week and they'll just be thrown in the boot because that's just how I live my life. Yeah, so I'm just trying to put things in the boot that will be tidy, useful, yeah, and just making sure that the space is clean and tidy, really. So these bags here, they're full of clothes to take to the charity donation. It's a local charity that takes clothes and gives it to families in need. So, you know, as long as they're good quality, no holes, tears, rips, anything like that, they'll accept them. So I like to take my clothes there rather than the charity shop. Yeah. So as I mentioned, my nesting, as you were, it may be quite unorthodox, and maybe that's because I'm number 3 now. I did save a few things from my last pregnancy 5+ years ago, 6 years ago now. And I'm 32 weeks and I haven't really bought much, in all honesty. So my nesting isn't taken up with getting the nursery ready, buying, you know, the pushchair and this and that one might buy when they're expecting their first baby. My nesting is pretty much freaking out about how much more cleaning and tidying is going to get on top of me, and will I be able to manage. And then part of that is, okay, probably not. How do I get to a point where I don't feel overwhelmed and burdened by all the tidying, all the laundry, all the mess? And I think the result is declutter. Get all the stuff out my house that isn't being used, utilized, or loved by anybody. And I guess so far it's going quite well. I still think I've got a fair bit to go. The loft is what's driving me insane. I just know that there's a lot of things up there. Even though I decluttered it about 6 months ago, somehow it's the space that kind of catches all the rubbish. Oh my life. Who told me to get tattoo pens for my son? And now nobody wants to admit who did it. And I don't even know where to start. I don't know if it's going to come out or not. It looks worse in real life than it does on the camera, but this is the joy of having children, I guess. But I'm not going to lie to you, I'm livid, absolutely livid. So the mixture that you see here that I'm trying to use to get this tattoo pen out of the carpet is I'm not gonna lie and say part this, part that, how many parts there are, because I free poured and freestyled on this. So it's quite a lot of white vinegar and then a small squeeze of fairy liquid, the lemon one. I tend to find that the lemon one gets out stains more than any other one. And I have actually used this before. I got dye, red hair dye, on my bedroom carpet, which is the same colour as this one, and it seemed to work quite well. So I thought, let me just try it on this pen. Now, I worked on this for about 10 minutes, I'd say. No, maybe 20. Maybe about 20 minutes I worked on this. And I mean, it came out better than what it was, but I have worked on it another time since I filmed this. As you can see, that vinegar is purple, so getting something up. Although if you see here, it looks like I'm making that purple dot worse, which is still quite prevalent in the room actually. So yeah, I feel like this happens all the time, and I guess it's partly my fault because I didn't set up any sort of parameters around using these pens. You know, these pens are okay to use downstairs, where there's tile space on the floor. That the pens aren't to be used upstairs. I just gave them the pens and was like, see ya. So I guess I made a rod for my own back, but I just feel like this is what it is all the time. I'm just polishing a turd all the time. I can't keep on top of it, and maybe I'm exaggerating, but it really does get on top of me, particularly now being so heavily pregnant and finding it difficult to do anything really. I'm constantly in pain with my hips and my back, so having to do all the extras is just really weighing down on me, to be honest. But how am I going to feel when the baby comes and I don't have any time? I guess I'll feel better when my body becomes my own again. I'm hoping so anyway. But yeah, that's how I've been feeling at the moment. So here you can see that the table is pretty much a dumping ground. It's a dumping ground all the time. We're trying to put this shelf up, and my partner measured the third hole wrong. So that's been resting on my wall for about 3 days, until he sorted it today. So next time I film in this room, that shelf will be up. Happy days. And then, you know, the Now TV little box that's dangling for its dear life can go on the shelf, and a few other bits and bobs. Nothing too crazy on there. Don't want it cluttered. just a very functional, nice looking shelf on the wall. But yeah, as I was saying, this table is just a dumping ground. This and the stairs are where I kind of put things to sort out later. I know you can't see my fingers, but I am air quoting right now, because the sorting out later is either several days, if not weeks later, or it just doesn't get sorted. It just gets pushed to another area. So that on the table will probably get pushed to the stairs, will get pushed to the basket on top, at the top of the stairs, to then get pushed into the loft, to then me having a small panic attack at the sheer volume of rubbish, for lack of being able to use a better word, a more appropriate word that I would like to use, that I've got to sort out. So you'll see in due course. Sometimes I feel like when I'm filming these videos and I look, it's not as messy as you would, you'd think. But in my head and in my sort of standard, I can't. It is quite messy, and maybe I need to get a bit deeper into showing you how messy it can get, and not being so self-conscious about how I will be perceived if I reveal the mess. I'm trying to be authentic here, so I need to show the times when it's utterly out of control. But a lot of the times when it's utterly out of control, I don't do a big clean all in one go, or big tidy all in one go. I will do it in stages. So I'll pick up the rubbish, and then I'll leave it, and then the next day I might come and I'll pile all the items into a pile that I need to sort through, and then while I've done that, I will hang up some laundry that I've done. So it's not all in one sort of video, because I just don't have the time to do it all in one go. So I'd essentially show you the mess, and then you won't see the end result, because I either don't get there, or it's bits and bobs that I'm doing. So I guess I kind of need to figure out how to record how I'm tackling these rooms as they get messy and untidy. I think there's a few. Was it the last video that I did? You don't see me mopping the floor or sweeping the floor. That's because I didn't do it in that instance. I think I had to stop recording, and I think I ended up doing it in the evening. So maybe I need to be more conscious about getting my camera out when I'm about to finish off the job. Even in this video, you don't see me mopping. You see me hoovering up a little bit, but you don't see me get the mop out. That's because I didn't get the mop out. I didn't get the mop out for another 2 days. I just didn't have it in me to do it. And then by that point, I've already, edited the video to be putting another clip in of me mopping. It just seemed a bit, I don't know, a bit strange, a bit odd. But yeah, I guess it's all a learning curve as to how one does these videos. Yeah, so this is just a canvas bag of things that need to go to the charity shop. I was just checking that they are actually charity shop items and not anything that my son might want to keep. I'm sure he doesn't want to keep that rubbish. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. If you can hear that little chipmunk in the back, that's me singing to myself and talking to myself, which I didn't realise that I actually did until I started recording videos. Like, trying to do an ASMR type video when you're when you're constantly humming, singing, talking to yourself, it's virtually possible. Like, nobody really wants to hear that. It's very strange that I didn't know that to get through the cleans and the tidies, I need to have the company, and the company is myself talking and singing. That's better. You're going to have to excuse the heavy breathing. Again, 30 plus weeks pregnant now, struggling to breathe. Yeah, you can see here that I'm very confused as to what's happened to all the product within that bottle. That's the bottle that I used to clean the boot and the back seats of the car. It's like a pledge sort of spray. It was the first thing that I found in my caddy, and I just grabbed it and used it. But I'm pretty sure it was half full, and then I picked it up and it was empty. But there was no sort of evidence of it being spilt anywhere. So yeah, left me very confused anyway. Yeah, just trying to tackle this, I don't know what you call it, was it the horn? Um, Another dumping ground. As you can see there, I've got a little um, sort of basket thing that we now use. This is new. Well, it's not new, it was repurposed. I decluttered what was in there from the bathroom upstairs, and I thought it might be useful to keep our letters in, because we just dumped the letters there. And I guess until we find and purchase something a bit better, a bit more, I don't know, that's used especially for that, then it's helping to keep that place a little bit tidier, I guess. And then this bag here, it's just got because you can't see what I'm doing and the angle is shocking, I'm basically trying to boost the internet, what do you call it, signal to upstairs. Basically, we've changed the internet recently and it's shocking. So my mum had some spare BT booster discs that I thought I'd give a try. So I'm just trying to connect it. Yeah, that's what you can see me doing now. Just turning down the music a bit so you can hear me again, keeping myself company with humming and the singing. Alexa, what's the temperature like tomorrow? I'm not just throwing these on the porch and leaving them there. I'm going to put them in my boots. So the first thing that I picked up was a windscreen anti-frost sheet, so I don't have to go out in the morning and scrape or de-ice my windscreen. It's just, you take that off and the frost isn't present. So that needs to live in the car or on the windscreen itself. And just some shopping bags that needs to go to the boot. And then forever tidying these shoes up. It's so annoying. No matter how many times I declutter, move them, find new homes for them, tons of shoes just find their way at the front door again, and it's not something I can seem to get hold of, get control of. So believe it or not, I'm actually coming to the end of this now. As I said before, you do not see me mopping because it doesn't get done until today. Today is when I mop the floor. Of course, I had to vacuum again and tidy it up a little bit again. But yeah, I mopped it today. Yeah, so I just want to say thank you so much for the few people that are watching. God bless you. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep posting anyway, regardless of how many views I get. I'm finding that it keeps me accountable and stops my house from going into complete turmoil. It gives me that extra motivation. Not that I need much, because, you know, I need to keep on top of this for my impending arrival, but just generally it's keeping me motivated to get clean and get off my behind and do something. So this is the end result. Again, I'm not a completer. I don't complete it. I didn't reset my kitchen. The kitchen still needed doing, which I attempted to do the next day. I didn't say attempted, I did do it the next day, but I just didn't have it in me to finish. I didn't have it in me to complete the clean. And you know what? That's okay. I am, again, 30 plus weeks pregnant, and if I wasn't, it's still okay. You, at the end of the day, we have to do what we can do. We do what's in us, and we're all out here trying to do our best. So at this point, this was my best, and I was content with it. I slept easy, let's just say that. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.